Valentine's Day. That special time of year when couples exchange flowers, chocolates, and those ridiculously oversized teddy bears. And single people pretend they totally didn't forget it was coming. But did you ever wonder why we celebrate love on February 14th? Buckle up, because the history of Valentine's Day is way crazier than you think. Our story begins way back in ancient Rome, where February 14th was already a big deal, but not for the reason you think. The Romans dedicated the day to Juno, the goddess of marriage and femininity. So, naturally, the Romans honored her in the most unexpected way possible. They held a love lottery. Young Roman men would draw names from a jar, and the lucky couple would spend the Lupercalia festival together. If they hit it off, great. If not, well, ancient Romans didn't have unmatch buttons. Imagine Tinder. But instead of swiping right, you just reach into a jar of destiny. Fast forward a bit to Emperor Claudius II. Now, Claudius had a big problem. He needed soldiers, but Roman men didn't want to leave their wives and girlfriends behind. So, naturally, he did what any reasonable leader would do. He banned marriage. Yeah, totally gonna work, Claudius. This did not sit well with a certain rebel priest named Saint Valentine. Along with his friend Saint Marius, he decided to play Cupid, marrying couples in secret behind Claudius's back. He was basically the first wingman in history. But of course, secrets don't stay secret forever. Valentine was caught, arrested, and sentenced to death. Talk about the worst third-wheel experience ever. While waiting for his execution, St. Valentine did what any romantic would do. He fell in love. With, wait for it, the jailer's daughter. Yep, this guy wrote the first ever Valentine's letter from prison. And you thought long-distance relationships were hard. On February 14th, 270 A.D., Valentine was executed. But his story didn't end there. Because centuries later, the Catholic Church decided to make him a saint and turn his death date into a celebration of love. Lupercalia is a bit too wild. Maybe we should rebrand it? Yeah, let's swap out the love lottery for a nice Christian saint. Boom! Valentine's Day. And just like that, February 14th became the official day of love. And guess what? Over time, the wild pagan festival turned into candy hearts and overpriced dinners. Yes, the true spirit of love, expensive entrees, and forced romance. Today, Valentine's Day is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We send millions of flowers and 1 billion Valentine's cards every year. But what about single people? Well, don't worry. If you're single on Valentine's Day, you've got options. You can celebrate Singles Awareness Day on February 15th because discount chocolate tastes sweeter. Join an anti-Valentine's party because misery loves company. Or just treat yourself because honestly, you deserve it. Remember, Valentine's Day is all about love, and that includes self-love too. So, the next time you celebrate Valentine's Day, remember, you're honoring a rebellious priest, a love lottery, and a festival that started with half-naked Romans running through the streets. Romantic, right? Hit like if you learned something new today. Subscribe for more crazy history stories. And whether you're celebrating with a partner or a pint of ice cream, happy Valentine's Day!